The story of the 1994 Icelandic one, Krona coin. Guardians of myth and the sea. In the frozen lands of fire and ice, where volcanoes whisper secrets to glaciers, a small coin tells an epic tale of protection, resilience, and the endless bounty of the ocean. The 1994 Icelandic one, Krona, is no ordinary piece of money. It is a living bridge between ancient Norse sagas and modern Iceland, a nation that fought for freedom and built its wealth from the stormy Atlantic. Let us unfold its full history. It is a thrilling story of myth, economy, and national pride. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, because we reveal the hidden stories behind rare coins that you won't find anywhere else. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Who knows? Maybe this video is the one that makes you rich, because a single old coin has changed people's lives before, and it can happen to you too. Iceland's journey to this coin begins long before 1994. The country declared itself a republic in 1944, breaking free from Denmark after centuries of foreign rule. Its currency, the krona, started in 1922 with simple cents coins. But by the 1970s, sky-high inflation had destroyed the old krona's value. In 1981, the government took a bold step. They revalued the currency. 100 old kronur became one new krona, ISK. This was a fresh start. New coins were introduced to stabilize daily life, reflect Icelandic identity, and honor the nation's folklore and sea-based economy. The designs were revolutionary. The Central Bank of Iceland turned to a brilliant local artist, Þröstur Magnússon, also spelled Þröstur Magnússon. He was already famous for creating Iceland's 1974 commemorative gold and silver coins, marking the 1100th anniversary of Viking settlement. Magnússon drew inspiration from the ancient Icelandic sagas and the Landvættir, the four mythical guardian spirits who protect the island. These beings appear in the Landnámabók, Book of Settlements. According to legend, when Norway's king Harald Fairhair tried to invade in the 9th century, a sorcerer scouted Iceland. The Landvættir rose up, a dragon in the east, an eagle in the north, a bull in the south, and a giant in the west. They terrified the intruder and saved the land. These spirits became eternal symbols of Iceland's independence and strength. For the one krona specifically, Magnússon placed Bergrisi, the mountain giant, on the front. The coin series evolved. Early 1981 versions were cupra-nickel, but in 1989 the design switched to lighter magnetic nickel-plated steel for durability and lower cost. The 1994 coin belongs to this magnetic series, KM number 27A. It was minted in a run of exactly 5 million pieces, enough to fill pockets across Reykjavik and fishing villages. Who physically made the coin? Not Iceland itself. The country has no giant mint. The Royal Mint in Landtrisant, United Kingdom, struck every single 1994 piece under contract with the Central Bank of Iceland. Why the UK? The Royal Mint has a long partnership with Iceland, having produced many of its coins since the 1960s. Magnússon created both sides. The artistic vision was purely Icelandic, but the precision craftsmanship came from British experts. Iceland was still recovering from inflation and economic shifts. The aurar, small cents, were being phased out because they had become almost worthless. The government wanted everyday coins that carried deep meaning, not just numbers, but stories. The one krona became a daily reminder. We are protected by ancient guardians, and our wealth comes from the sea. It was practical, small, tough, magnetic for vending machines, yet poetic. Every Icelander touching it felt connected to Viking ancestors and modern fishermen. Now, the front side, obverse, the most magical part. You see the mighty Bergrisi, the giant protector spirit. He stands tall like a mountain, strong and watchful. his form stylized in Magnusson's bold, distinctive style. Around him are the words Ein krona Iceland 1994, 1 krona Iceland 1994. Bergrisi lives in the mountains, according to legend, and guards the western coast. He represents endurance, strength, and the unbreakable Icelandic spirit. When you hold the coin, you can almost feel his giant hands shielding the nation from storms and invaders. This side turns a simple coin into a talisman of protection. Flip to the backside, reverse. The heart of Iceland's economy. A graceful Atlantic cod, Gaddis morhua, swims across the face, its scales and fins beautifully detailed. Above it is simply 1 krona. The cod is no accident. Iceland's waters are famous for the world's finest cod stocks. For over 1,000 years, cod fishing has fed families, built ships, and powered trade. In the 20th century, the cod wars with Britain, 1950s to 1970s, were fought over fishing rights. Iceland even expanded its territorial waters to protect the cod. This fish literally put food on tables and money in banks. The reverse celebrates that bond. The sea gives life, and the coin honors it. The physical coin is modest but clever. 21.5 millimeters wide, 4 grams of nickel-plated steel, reeded edge for security. It feels light yet solid, perfect for cold Icelandic hands in winter markets. In the international collector market today, what is its worth? Let us be honest and clear. With 5 million minted in 1994 alone, it is common. A well-worn circulated example sells for about $30 to $200. Even a perfect uncirculated specimen reaches only around $300 to $5,000. In special mint sets, it might hit a few dollars more, $3 to $4 million. If a coin has a mint error, that can change everything. When coins are produced, machines strike thousands or even millions of coins at the same time. Sometimes during this process, a small mistake occurs. And that very mistake can make a coin one of the rarest in the world. For example, if a coin gets a double strike, the design is stamped twice, or an off-center strike, where half the coin is blank and the other half shows the design. Sometimes a coin is made with the wrong metal error, and occasionally die cracks or die breaks make the design look strange and unique. Coins with these errors are produced in very limited numbers. That's why collectors around the world search for them. Historically, some error coins have sold for thousands to even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Sometimes a single small error coin can even auction for millions. So if you have an old coin, look at it closely. It might not be an ordinary coin. It could be a rare error coin that changes your life. Because sometimes, a tiny mistake can become the greatest fortune. The real millions value is cultural. Millions of Icelanders use these coins daily, buying fresh cod at harbors, paying bus fares, or giving to children as lucky charms. Its story is worth far more than its metal. Imagine a young fisherman in 1994. He hauls in a boat full of cod under the midnight sun. In his pocket jingles a shiny new 1 krona. He rubs the giant on the front and whispers thanks to Bergrisi for safe seas. He smiles at the cod on the back, his livelihood captured forever. That single coin traveled from the Royal Mint in Wales across the Atlantic into his hand and into history. It survived inflation, economic booms, and even the 2008 financial crisis. Today, it sits in collectors' albums, still whispering the same message. Iceland stands protected, and its wealth swims in the deep blue sea. This tiny coin carries the soul of a nation, myth on one side, reality on the other. It proves that even the smallest things can hold